When no one believes in you, God already wrote your victory. Everyone faces a Goliath, something so big it makes you want to hide. But here's what most people forget. God doesn't choose giants, He chooses believers. David didn't win because he was strong, he won because he believed before he fought. And that same kind of faith can rewrite your story today. The story begins in silence. On one side stands Israel's terrified and exhausted. On the other, the Philistines confident and loud. And between them stands one man, a giant named Goliath. His voice echoed through the valley, spreading fear. Day after day, his roar grew louder. But while Israel trembled, God was training a shepherd no one was watching. David wasn't a soldier. He had no armor, no sword, just a sling, and a heart that trusted God. When David saw Goliath mocking God's people, he asked, "Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God?" David didn't see a giant, he saw an insult to his God. He didn't measure Goliath's height, he measured God's power. How many times have we acted like Israel, frozen by fear? Sometimes, God prepares us in hidden places. Your silent seasons, your lonely fields, your unseen prayers, that's your training ground. Saul offered David his royal armor, heavy, shining, impressive. But when David tried it on, it didn't fit. You can't win your battle wearing someone else's faith. David understood something most people miss. Victory doesn't come from what you wear, but from who walks with you. He picked up 5 smooth stones not because he doubted, but because faith prepares. As Goliath marched forward, laughing, David walked forward, believing. Goliath shouted threats. David spoke promises. "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord of hosts." And with one stone, the impossible happened. The giant fell. Maybe your Goliath isn't a person. Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe it's addiction. Maybe it's debt, sickness, or shame. It keeps shouting that you can't win. But when faith speaks louder than fear, giants fall. Israel cheered, but David knew this victory was never his. It was God's. That day, God reminded the world that He doesn't need perfect people, He just needs willing hearts. Every giant that falls in your life becomes a testimony that lifts someone else. Every valley you survive becomes a pulpit of faith. David wasn't a hero because he killed Goliath. He was chosen because he believed God would. What's your Goliath right now? The thing that whispers you're not enough? That makes you question your purpose? Remember, God doesn't need your strength. He asks for your surrender. Your 5 stones are prayer, the word, faith, obedience, and hope. David wasn't powerful, he was obedient. Goliath wasn't unbeatable, he was loud. And you're not defeated, you're being prepared. When no one believes in you, God already wrote your victory. If you believe your Goliath can still fall, say, Amen. Because every amen is a declaration that your battle belongs to God. Faith doesn't wait for proof, it throws the first stone.